The modern-day challenges of violent extremism, women's rights and strained relations with the West will be hot topics for debate at this year's Muslim Leaders of Tomorrow conference, held later this month.
There are a lot of ideas and people, there are a lot of things happening in the community and in the broadest kind of global sense. And I just think it's incredibly important for this community of people, which is very large, very diverse, to figure out where and when and how it can act together in response to the situations that it is facing. And obviously not act as a mass, but act in different ways, in different subgroups and in different partnerships and configurations.
One key area of debate surrounds the rights of Muslim women in society, especially those of a new generation who often face competing sets of values.
While we are Muslim, we also don't maybe share the same values that our parents had, in that we have the mixed values of the countries we now live in. So while I am also Muslim, I'm also British. And my mom used to work, so I think it's very important that I should work, or I should at least have the choice to work. And I think that maybe not always Muslim women have that choice, or they're not aware of the fact that they have that choice to make. So it's the same in the UK as it is in other countries, but it's important to know why Muslim women now think that there's a difference, there's a sea change of what it is that their value is going to be, what their participation is going to be, what they have to offer society. And I'm hoping that Muslim women from around the world will share that view with me.
There is also the opportunity to debate what the mosque can contribute to the modern-day community.
It's a question of, is it accessible to everybody, and what is it that they learn there? Is it productive? Is it reactive? And I think the Islamic Center in London, actually, the Regent's Park Mosque, is undergoing this massive change now. It's about to become a restaurant, it's going to have a gym, it's going to have a library that's more functionable, and it's going to make sure that it's accessible to everybody. And I think, importantly, young people have to know that the mosque is there for them. It can't just be this building where old imams with long beards go to. So I think it's a poignant debate, and I'm looking forward to seeing what mosques in other countries actually do.
Violent extremism by a small minority is a threat that some leaders feel Muslims need to continue to tackle from within.
I don't think we ought to exaggerate the threat. I think we've got to be very, very careful. But at the same time, we've got to be responsible as well. And I think if we want to be good citizens, if we want to benefit from all the wonderful things that are available to us as people, as citizens in this country, then you've got to contribute. You've got to say your piece. You've got to go out and work. You've got to be positive. You've got to, look towards integration, not towards, separation.
The role of Muslims in modern society is an area where British Muslims can take a positive lead.
One of the most interesting parts of dialogue that is happening, I believe, in this century is one Muslim saying to another, "But you're a Muslim, but you do this a little bit differently to me. Why is that?" And I think really the litmus test of the success of the Muslim community will be how those kinds of questions are resolved. And because that dialogue is already happening in Britain, to take that to a wider conversation at a conference like the Muslim Leaders of Tomorrow, where there are people from all around the world, I think immediately gives the weight of experience to that discussion.
The participants attending Doha next week hope to use the opportunity to mobilise a global Muslim movement for peace, justice and the common good.